Welcome back to another video. This time we're playing, we're on the second dates, as per usual, because the second dates are released. And this time we're going to be starting on Cerberus. Akai, are you ready?
I guess. Do we get to see like Cerberus boobs in this?
You'll see, you already see six, or you see 4 tits right now, but the other set are not there yet. Or she's turning around. So, not bare, but you see
4
them.
sets is 2 sets too many, or 2 sets too not enough.
You botched that, dude. I'm sorry, but you did.
Wait. How are we seeing 4 sets when there's only 4 boobs?
I mean, well, there's 2 sets of 4, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Okay, there we
That
go.
sounds better because.
All right. Anyway, let's stop talking about tits and let's get to the game.
But I like tits.
I think ass is better, but still, let's keep going. Before you
got a point.
Before you return from hell, you had never stopped to consider the ebb and flow of simple bathroom economics. While diving one space. Okay. While dividing one space between 10 people may be only mildly inconvenient at the best of times, early mornings have a habit of spawning an impromptu conga line of individuals dead set on a nice warm shower. Standing in line for the upteenth time, you idly consider the potential legality of using the outside house to clean yourself off. What do you think she's up to? No good, I bet. That's why we shouldn't strike while we have the element of surprise. I don't care what Lucifer says. Something's off about the scenario, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Ignoring it for a moment, you interject. Cerberus, you aren't by any chance planning to take out the garbage collector, are you? Both of her bodies turn to face you, and the thing... niggling? What? How do you pronounce that?
Oh, so that's what you stopped at. The thing, niggling. I think it's supposed to be nibbling at the back of your mind.
Niggling at the back of your mind snaps you into place. Oh boy, I hope I don't have to cut that.
that was going to be.
I hope I don't have to cut that. Both of her bodies, the third one is nowhere to be seen. Ooh, we'd love to get our hands on her, always taking away what's rightfully ours. Why, we're half a mind to... Hold up. Suddenly, both of her heads swivel, staring intently over their left shoulder at the wall behind her. Whatever she's looking at, she doesn't shift her gaze from it for a full minute. When she turns back to you, she smiles, back to her normal self again. What was that about? Nothing. Don't worry about it, we've got everything under control. Cerberus trots past you, heading back to her room. Wonder what that was about. She's been acting out of sorts for a while now. You turn to see Melina, bleary-eyed and looking like she's not quite finished with her early morning hangover, emerge from the bathroom. Not that it's ever really easy to keep a conversation going with her, mind you. Any idea where her third body is? Melina lets out a sigh. She set up camp in the living room. She even unplugged the television to get better access to the window. Camp? What do you mean? Is she playing some kind of game? You think she found a body?
Possibly.
Oh, that could be interesting. We'll have to take her has to hide the body with everybody. That would be fun.
Maybe Taker has the body, and they're trying to lure him into the living room. Well, she's trying to lure him. That's also another thing. Well, why do they refer to Cerberus as singular?
Because it's one entity in 3 bodies.
This doesn't make any sense to me. There are 3 bodies.
Yes, but it's one entity. There's one demon possessing
Okay.
3 of those bodies. That's why it's Cerberus.
Whatever.
Cerberus, the three dogs you see there, or Cerberus, is one entity. So it counts as one demon.
Yeah, tomato, potato. Who cares?
So you're... By that analogy, I guess I'm right. Potato, potato, eh?
I don't know the lore of the original game, so you can't fault me.
Alright, fine. That's fair. I'm not really sure I can do her paranoid lunacy? Lunacy justice. You should really just ask her yourself. I'll get on that. After your morning shower, you head downstairs to investigate the claims made by the sour demon.
Of the sour cream.
No, it was a sour demon. Are you okay, Kai? You seem a little whack today.
Huh?
You seem out of
I
sorts.
seen what? Out of sorts? What? Did you not see my post on Facebook?
Well, yeah, you drink like 2 liters already, dude. You have 4 liters of Dr. Pepper in you, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, you're
And like,
heading down a path of diabetes.
dude, like, if I would have caught or got diabetes, I would have had it by like age 25.
So you're saying you can't get diabetes then?
I must be impervious to it.
Doubtful.
I
Oh,
mean, have you seen my body weight? I lose body weight faster than I gain it.
yeah, but that doesn't mean your pancreas is not gonna just randomly give out.
If it does, I'll probably I'll probably jump off a cliff because I need my pancreas.
Well, everybody does to a certain degree. But you have to know your pancreas does
Can't
not
go
have any
on.
nerve endings, though. So, like, that's why you don't feel any pain if you're drinking like a lot of like sugars and stuff like that. It'll just stop working. Then, boom, diabetes.
Okay. Means I'll die in my sleep. That's the best way to go.
All right, or you could die in the middle of the street with your pants down. Sitting in collapsible chairs, Cerberus' third body is glued to a living room window, scanning the neighborhood with a pair of binoculars. She doesn't react as you enter the room, remaining focused on her observation with steadfast determination. Luna says you've been down here for a while. What are you doing? Keeping watch. What for? Cerberus scowls as though the answer to your question should be self-evident. Trouble. Synchronized footsteps behind you heralds the arrival of Cerberus' other bodies, accompanied by Melina. Jigs up, Cerberus. I want my television back. Go ahead and take Taker about this crazy theory of yours. Towel creep Taker. The body by the window stands and is quickly joined by her other bodies, presenting a unified front. We're pretty sure that we're being spied on. We've been picking up on a peculiar scent around the borders of the house. Oh, well that's
It's
more
another
innocent.
dog pissing in their front yard.
I mean, that's possible. They are dogs. Because you could tell they have ears and not horns.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't there last week. And if we weren't mistaken, it's that punk mucker from the park. Oh, that makes sense. You mean the one you chased off? Why would she return? Because she's definitely plotting revenge against us for whooping her butt back at the park. It's only a matter of time before she strikes. We can't let her forward her schemes. How do you know? Have you ever met her before? Well, no.
Yeah, at the park.
But there's something about them that just rubs us up the wrong way. We can't really explain it, but we just know she's up to no good. So, we're keeping watch for any signs of her. And we're gonna teach her a lesson if we see her again. This rampant paranoia is certainly out of sorts for Cerberus. You look over to Melina, who who corkscrews her finger beside her head, non-verbally cluing you in on her own personal opinion of Cerberus' mental state. Well, there's only one thing for it then.
Basically, she's saying that they're effing crazy. You know how? You know how the gesture is like cuckoo.
Oh yeah.
That's basically what they're doing.
Oh, okay.
Basically what she's doing.
Well, there's only one thing for it then. Let's go find her. What? What? If it's causing you that much worry, why don't we go and address the source of the problem? Blah! Count me out of this adventure. Urban exploration doesn't really fit my aesthetic. Besides, if I wanted to go get shanked, I could do it in front of my own house, thank you very much. That's fair. As you put on your shoes, Melina pulls you aside. You can't be serious about doing this. And why not? If it snaps Cerberus back to normal, what could be the harm in indulging her a little? Cerberus is... she's not the same as the rest of us. She can get focused, scary even.
Yeah, because
she's on a war...
3 fucking bodies and...
when she's on a warpath.
A freaking personality.
I mean, they're all the same personality, it's just 3 senses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there was... Van Ripper did make a comic about this, where one of the bodies could be eating something, and when the taste of that... one body gets that taste, the other 2 will actually take that taste. And then Taker put like a, like a scenario to them saying like, if the other 2 start eating ice cream as well, would all 3 of you get 3 times the taste and be 3 times as delicious? And then Cerberus just went on like a fucking rampant saying that they don't want to do that. That scares them and shit like that. It's pretty funny comic.
Imagine if they tasted something else.
Yes, I don't want to know what you're thinking.
Oh, you do, trust me.
I'm good.
Alright, let's continue.
Yes. Just don't get in between her and whomever she's hunting. If it comes to blow, she'll literally go right through you to get to her quarry. I'll keep that in mind, but hopefully we can resolve this peacefully. Waving goodbye to Melina, you and Cerberus take to the streets. It isn't long before one of her bodies picks up the scent of the voyeur, and she gradually leads you further and further away from home. The nose of Cerberus leads you through decrepit buildings, abandoned parking garages, and thrift stores packed with unwanted detritus of generations. Okay. Eventually, Cerberus halts outside of a rundown nightclub. Its walls plastered with faded posters advertising indie bands long since lost to the sands of time. Sniffing the air, she leads you down a tight side street and onto a sparsely populated plaza. The trail gets confusing here. We can't make out the scent clearly past here. Too many people. It does make sense why they're going after them, because they literally eat evil, pretty much. That's their job. Oh, that was their job in hell, anyway. Eat and kill evil. She wrinkles her nose. And way too much spray-on deodorant. It's probably you, Akai.
What?
You use that douche deodorant.
Yeah, I use Old Spice.
No, the spray-on stuff. That's what I mean. The douche deodorant.
Yeah, I do. What's your point?
Well, you already proved my point, so it doesn't matter. So.
Fuck yourself, dude.
So is this it then? If we can't find her, what do we do? Oh no, I'm sure she's around here somewhere. We're just gonna keep looking. A cheer goes up from a nearby throng of people clustered around an obscure object. Intrigued, you and Cerberus move closer to investigate. There, at the center of the motley crew...
Giant dong.
Huh?
It's a giant dong.
Okay. I don't think that looks like a penis, though, so... The stranger...
She could be a Fuda.
I don't even want to think about that. The stranger holds court from behind a cheap card table. Step on up, place a wager, win a prize. Only valuables, no organs, invoices, or IOUs if you please. A ruddy-faced tourist slaps a handful of crumpled bills on the table. A gesture reciprocated by the stranger, who adds her own considerably larger stacks of cash to the top. Now, the rules are simple. It's so easy, even a child can win. Just keep your eyes on this here bead. Bead? I don't know. That was called bead. I'm familiar with this game. She'll move the bead around beneath the cups or shells, but she'll secretly swap the bead between shells where the other players can't see. A strange glow surfaces Cerberus' eyes, and her normally playful tone sharpens to a razor's edge. I know how this works. She's about to cheat. Watch carefully. There! Whatever happens is too fast for you to pick up out of the distance, but Cerberus watches the game progress with rapt focus. She has removed the bead entirely. There's no way for her opponents to win the game. The two of you observe the strangers win game after game, cheating the tourists and other passersby out of everything remotely valuable they might have. With every valuable loss to the figure, Cerberus' gaze darkens. Not fair. You lie and steal from other demons all the time. Why do you care about one mortal doing it to another? Besides, aren't you in favor of the widespread corruption of humanity?
Ooh, yes, very much so.
Yeah, that was a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Cerberus shakes her head like a horse trying to dissuade?
Dissuade.
Dissuade. Dissuade a persistent and irritating fly. Yes, but something's wrong. Just looking at her is making her hackles stand up. We have to get to the bottom of this, even if it means taking her down. If we're going to catch her, we need some kind of plan. She's obviously adept at running scams, so I'd bet already has an escape route planned. Okay. I know. We'll split up. I can cover 3 times the ground that you can. How do I communicate to or call you? That's easy.
No
Just
shit.
whistle. Oh, they're dogs. Eh? They'll come to a whistle.
Yeah.
In hindsight, that seemed obvious. All right, you go in first, and I'll tell behind. She might just let her guard down if she believes you're acting alone. Cerberus nods. All right, on 3. Ready? At her signal, the hounds of hell charge forward, shrieking towards the stranger like many bolts of lightning. Immediately, the stranger head swivels around, seeing 3 demons bearing down on them. The stranger curses, hurling the card tables at the approaching Cerberus in an attempt to slow her down. The cloaked figure darts down a nearby alleyway. Oh, jeez. Ow! God damn! Ugh.
What?
Oh, nothing. Thinking quickly, you dash into an alleyway parallel to that of the strangers. Utilizing your lengthy stride, you make it to the street in no time at all. You turn left and sprint the last block, placing yourself at an exit to the alleyway the stranger escaped through. Arms wide, you brace for impact. But no one's there. As you look around in confusion, you notice a single dark aperture in a grimly wall. The scuffling sounds heralds the arrival of Cerberus, one of her bodies sprinting towards you from the far end of the alley. We lost her. Did you see where she went? I have my suspicion. You point to a dark hole in the wall. From the looks of it, it's an entryway into the condemned building, taking up a large portion of the What did I say?
I don't know. Your audio keeps cutting out, so I thought you said con and then you stopped.
Oh, I said condemned.
Oh, okay.
Condemned building taking up a large portion of the block. I'll go on after her. You keep a perimeter in case she tries to run again. Alright, be careful. The interior of the building is dank and musty. From what little you can make out of the gloom, it's not a woman. In the gloom, it was most likely a hotel at some point in the distant past. That's like the kind of woman you like, eh?
Yep, pretty much. Get a whole sort of STDs from her.
Oh, jeez. You'd probably give her more.
Well, you're not wrong.
You move silently through the rundown building, eyes peeled for any signs of the Black Cloak. A largely futile effort. Futile effort against darkness. What?
I was just going to correct you, but then you said it.
Oh,
you
okay.
said it correct.
The only source of light throughout the building comes from boarded up windows. The barricade's meant to keep out people, not motes of light. Give me more credit than that, come on. Aunt's care if you, I need. At the sound of the voice, you flatten yourself to the wall, peering around the corner. You can just make out the telltale glimmer of a cell phone against the blackness. Straining your ears, you can barely make out what the stranger is saying. I think I've given them the slip, but I don't know how long it'll last. That damn mutt's nose will find me if I don't get help soon. Send Belle over now, or I swear I'll... The phone dims as the line drops, leaving the stranger alone in the dark. As she mutters a vitriolic string of curses, you begin to take slow, careful steps towards her. Picking your way over the detritus... Yeah, I said that right, eh? Detritus?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Detritus.
Detritus, carefully, you close the distance. Nearing your target, you break into a run. The stranger turns around at the sudden sound, but it's too late to do anything as you tackle her and send both of you tumbling to the ground. You grapple with her for a moment and manage to wrap her wrist as she pulls her knife on you, halting its trajectory. The stranger writhes. What? Writhes. Writhes. Okay, that makes sense. Writhe. Right. Like a landed eel, desperately twisting and trying to escape your grip. Your hold remains firm, however, and despite the ferocity of her initial attempt to free herself, the struggle of the stranger soon diminishes to an occasional token wiggle. You and I have an account to settle. Oh, let me guess. You want your wedding ring back. No, wait. I must have taken your visa a while back, Guess again. Did you hit me with your car last week? I'll admit I may have played up the lame leg a bit. But it's all fine now. What do you say we just let bygones be bygones, eh? I know you've been snooping around my house. Whatever you're after, I guarantee it's not worth the trouble. Ah, now I remember. You're that girl I tried to mug in the park. Not my finest work, I'll admit, but it'd been a slow day. Don't try to change the subject. Why are you spying on us? I haven't the faintest idea what you're on about. You can't play dumb with me. I know you've been watching our house for the past few days. I guess there's no point in reasoning with a crazy person. What if I gave you something nice, I cut you in on some sweet bling and you let me mosey on out of here before the hellhound shows up. The stranger rummages inside her sleeves and pulls out a several gold-trimmed ticket from the folds of fabric. You'll love these. You're big music fans, right? These are special backstage passes for underground sensation. Sathanas? Never heard of her.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you live under a rock or something? Sathanas is the hottest thing since sliced bread. Oh, okay. She's the underground sensation that will very soon be taking the nation. If she has to pay a
Charlatan.
charlatan like you to promote her, I wouldn't count on her being a breakout hit.
It's charlatan, not charlatan.
I'm saying charlatan,
CH
bastard.
is like no, it's charlatan. For fuck's sake.
What are you, my ELA teacher?
Yes, I'm your English teacher. God damn it.
Oh, well, I had like 70s and 80s in there, so I don't think I need you.
You got A's, dude.
What?
We're way back in the 60s when English mattered.
What was old English just English back then?
Oh, God,
You let me go, I can give you these. I can give you a sweet deal on these little darlings. She bobs the tickets up and down enticingly. I don't think so. After I call Cerberus in to satisfy your curiosity, I'm going to make sure you are turned into the proper authorities. Wait, turn me in? Yes, isn't that what you typically do with cheats and swindlers? Whoa. Hey now, let's not be hasty. Do you have any idea who exactly you're dealing with? Who I even am? You don't have a clue, do you? Well, you may have that hellhound running at your beck and call, but I'll have you know I'm bosom buddies with the queen of the underworld herself. Excuse me. Isn't he as well? Your surprise slackens your grip on the stranger just enough for her to act. Shedding her cloak like a second skin, the stranger barrels for the open doorway. As she runs, you catch a glimpse of white hair and... Are those horns? Thinking fast, you stick your fingers in your mouth and whistle a sharp, shrill blast. The stranger makes it about 5 feet from the doorway into the alley before Cerberus rams into her like some sort of intercontinental scam-seeking missile. The force of the charge sends the two white-haired figures tumbling in the shadows of the alleyway. Cerberus's other two bodies around the corner of the alley closing the distance. Oh, nice. That's a nice shot. Between the three of her, Cerberus quickly pins the stranger to the alley wall, one body straining each of the stranger's arms. Wait, Cerberus, she's a demon as well? Cerberus's lips curl back from her pointed teeth as she growls out a retort. Obviously. Cerberus turns her attention back to the restrained stranger. You got a lot of nerve showing your face in this town again after I sent you packing last time. It's in my nature I am, like you, a creature of habit. You don't know anything about us. More than perhaps you'd like, mutt. Tell me, does your mistress let you sit on a table with the real demons yet? Or do you have to resort to begging for scraps like you from your elders and betters? Cerberus's knuckles go white, but her voice remains eerily calm as she looms over the stranger. You know, I don't even know what happens to you if you die in this world. What do you say? We find out together. Cerberus, that's enough. We still don't know. In unison, all three heads snap around to you, baleful fire kindling in their eyes. Back off, mortal! I not have you infringing upon my duty. Ooh. Teeth bared, the body not currently holding the stranger leaned down towards her exposed throat. The stranger renews her attempt to escape, her low voice raising an octave as she protests. Whoa, let's not be hasty with the whole executing the suspect shtick. Take a good whiff, mutt. Am I really the person you want to be killing? Cerberus suddenly halts her descent and gives the stranger an experimental sniff. It's wrong. Wrong? What's wrong? All three of Cerberus's bodies dip their heads intently, sniffing the stranger, pinned beneath them. Confused, Cerberus looks back at you. Her scent. It's not right. She's not the scent you picked up outside the house? Not quite. There's something familiar. There's some familiar notes, but it's definitely not her. Ha! Like I'd jeopardize my safety by messing around with you lunatics. You actually think I'd go anywhere near your house after last time? The three of you ain't got enough common sense to fill in an egg cup. Oh, that's harsh. You're talking a lot of trash for someone who doesn't want their throat torn out. That's a fair point. Hang on.
Yep.
Who the hell keeps messaging me? Oh.
Your imaginary girlfriend.
No.
She says she's breaking up with you. Geez, you can't even keep an imaginary girlfriend. Damn.
No, she's on the computer.
Yeah, Monica will dump you one day. They'll push out an update and she'll be like, yeah, I'm through with you.
I mean, when that day comes, I'll accept it.
She'll start dating the Kefla GIFs in your Kefla folder.
I'll show her my pillow, too.
Oh, God.
Who's in danger of having her throat torn out? Ugh. In case you missed the memo, King Kong, I ain't the undesirable your canine unit is after. You know what that means? It means that I haven't broken our little agreement and your attack dog doesn't have license to harm me. Cerberus' eyes widen as she slowly begins to shift her weight off into the stranger. What is this? Something's moving us. What did you do to us? The stranger laughs in response. What did I do? I'm not the one acting out of line here, Cujo. Despite her best efforts, the invisible power forcing Cerberus off the stranger proves too much to resist, and all three of her bodies are flung away from the stranger at high speeds. Crashing into the nearby wall, Cerberus slides, unmoving, to the ground. Standing, the stranger dusts herself off. How did you... That's my secret, but maybe think next time before you jump an innocent woman. Oh, excuse me. Innocent's pushing it. Just who are you, anyway? No one of consequence. Not right now, in any case. You make sure to keep that mud on a tighter leash in the future, or you'll regret it. Hands in her pockets, the stranger sets off down the alleyway. Wait, how do you know? How are there more demons on Earth? I don't understand. Turning on her heel, the stranger casts a final... What? Disparaging.
Disparaging.
Disparaging comment back at you.
You know what?
What?
If I can't correct you with the right word, then I may as well just shut up.
I said it right. Jeez.
Yeah.
I did. When you corrected me, I said it right the last time.
It's disparaging.
That's what I said. Disparaging.
You said disparaging.
Yeah, but I said it right after that when I was laughing.
Oh. Okay.
Jeez, you guy. Daring. What you ain't aware of could fill several libraries. Ask your queen if you're so desperate to stick your nose into places you shouldn't. Damn, she has sass.
I know where I want to stick my nose.
With that, the stranger departs, leaving you to tend to Cerberus in the darkening alleyway. As you kneel down by her unmoving form, a slight whisper escapes her lips. Are you alright? Cerberus! Her voices are so faint you have to bend down to hear them. I'm right here. What do you need? Revenge. Oh, jeez. All three of her bodies spring up, milling about you, each one offering 100 different implausible schemes to get even with the stranger. Break her hands. Skin her alive. Chop off her nose. Hang her from her tail. Oh, jeez. Stuff her horn down her throat. Oh, jeez. Well, let me know if you need any help with your vengeance. I've got some investigating of my own to do. What do you mean? What kind of investigation? I think we're long overdue for a chat with Lucifer. She's been keeping far too many things from us. We'll come too. We have a couple questions of our own to ask our benevolent queen. Ooh. Man, that was long.
Ooh.
That was like much longer than Pandemonica and Modius.
There was also more story there.
Yeah. I won't say it's more deep. I can't say it's more deeper than these two, but...
It's not deeper, but there's a lot more, I guess you could say, action.
Yeah, there's a lot more going on with this one than that one.
Yeah.
I guess to compare them in a way, these are more... I guess to translate, these are more like a Violet Evergarden type story. This is more like Dragon Ball. I guess is a fair comparison.
No, it's much better than Dragon Ball.
Oh, are we gonna do this now?
Yes, we're gonna do this.
Alright.
I mean, Log Horizon's better than Dragon Ball. I'll fight you on this. I'll fight you on this shit.
That's funny. Well, that's a good note to leave on. Leave on that joke. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Leave on that note. Oh, jeez.